Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm so excited to see you guys, or talk to you, Deshaun, I guess. I have a couple of things I want to get into this video. Please don't mind the noise outside or in here. Just focus on me. So the first, I have things written down in my notes, like only two things, but you didn't see that. The first thing I'm going to talk about was supporting yourself, and I talked about this briefly on my Instagram, but this is just a reiteration and more on me elaborating on what I meant. So I think that a lot of people in relationships, friendships, relationships that people have with their siblings, parents, friendships, romantic relationships, they're hurt when, or just people in general, they become hurt, or they don't like when people don't support them, which is a very valid way to feel. And I think you should always expect something from people. But I will say, expecting support from people is something that, expecting support from people is something I'm trying to learn to not do, especially because I'm living, breathing, and pursuing my career for myself. I'm not trying to please anyone. I'm not making art to, I'm not making it to please anyone. I'm making it for other people, but it's not to please them. It's to showcase life. Pleasing is a part of that, but what I'm trying to say is that I don't think you should expect support from people, because they don't support you, you become hurt, and it leads to disappointment. There's nothing wrong with feeling these feelings, because as humans do, we yearn for human validations from people, strangers. That's why social media is a thing for validation. Nobody wants to say that, but it's the truth. People post on social media for validation. People do everything for validation nowadays, which is, it's important that we see each other. It's important that we see our peers. It's important that we see and congratulate and speak life and give people their flowers. But expecting that to happen, working in your career and living life expecting support and expecting validation is not the way to live, because it's not guaranteed. It's not something that is going to happen. Like, it's not promised. So if you expect it over and over again and you never get it, that leads to disappointment, and it's weary on your spirit, and it hurts. To some people, other people, it just pushes them to keep going. But for me, for a long time, I wasn't getting support from anyone, and it was hard on me because I felt like I was doing all of this for no reason. But then I realized that I was doing it for a reason, and that reason was myself. So, moral of the story is, support yourself. If you don't support yourself, hop on the train and don't let other people's validation be the only support that you are being fed, I should say. 5 more minutes. I want to talk about this quote: "Stars don't shine, they burn." I'm currently writing a feature film right now, and it's called Stargazers, and majority of it is about the theory of quantum entanglement, and how no matter how far apart you go, you will always find your way back to each other, like loved ones. And I want to talk about the quote, "Stars don't shine, they burn," in relation to my screenplay, and in relation to how my brain interpreted that. I'm gonna break it down. Stars don't shine, they burn. So when I heard that, I was like, from From a human standpoint, you look at the stars at night, and the stars are very, very far away, galaxies away. And you look at the stars at night, and you're like, the stars are shining beautifully, like they're bright and they're beautiful, and they just look so beautiful. They're shining, they're shining from far away. It's not until you look through a telescope. I don't even want to say look through a telescope because I don't think you would be able to see that far. But it's not until you do research on astronomy and you learn that the reason that they are shining is because they're burning. And that tied into my personal life and how I started, it shifted my perspective. Like, just because something looks beautiful from far away doesn't mean that it's not burning. Doesn't mean that it's not going through chaos and destruction. Doesn't mean that it's not. Doesn't mean that everything is pretty from, doesn't mean that everything is pretty. So it shifted my perspective in a way where, like, never lead with assumption, and always try to lead with questions. And I don't want to say knowing, because there's always room for growth and learning, but try to always lead with questions and just curiosity. I think when you assume that the stars are shining, you kind of like, it leads into like a comparison thing. And I've seen this a lot during the age of social media, where you look at someone on social media and you think, oh, they're shining. But behind that wall, they're burning. You don't see the chaos, destruction, the turmoil. You don't see everything that star is going through. So the quote, stars don't shine, they burn, basically, like, how I interpret it was, just because something looks pretty from far away doesn't mean that it's not burning. Doesn't mean that it's not engulfed in flames. Doesn't mean that everything is okay, because sometimes it's not. And it's okay that it's not okay. But don't set your life expectations, back to the expectation thing. Don't set your life expectations, or just don't set your life expectations on these things that you can't see up close, because then you get up close to them and you see that it's actually not what you want for yourself. So I think those are the only two things I had to talk about in the video today. Support yourself. Please don't expect other people's support, because you are only living for yourself. And stars don't shine, they burn. Always lead with curiosity, questions, and an open mind. It's been nice talking to you guys. I will catch you guys on the flip side.